name is Anne-Marie Tellefsen. I am the founder and principal with AMT Consulting Group, ERP implementation experts. In more than 20 years of implementing ERP systems, I've come up with some foolproof methods for avoiding implementation failures. According to both Gartner and Harvard Business Review, between 70 and 85% of all ERP projects fail. Psst, I think I know the reason for some of that, and I want to share it with you today in this video series. So these are 5 things you can do to prevent ERP failures. These are pre-implementation tasks that are critical and really must be done for any ERP project success. Software implementations are extensive initiatives for any company. Implementations carry significant risks, including budget, duration overruns, and general implementation failures leading to less benefits realized. Often these risks can be mitigated by proper planning, scoping, and proactivity in addressing potential risks on the front end of a project. AMT Consulting Group offers its Guide to Pre-Implementation, which reviews pre-implementation tasks that are designed to help you adequately scope, plan, and manage a successful ERP implementation. Basically, this is how to conduct an excellent discovery, so you can uncover all the people, process, data, and technology issues on the front end before the design and build phase. This year alone, I've already conducted over 20 discoveries and have as many successful ERP implementations underway. So yeah, I do have the street creds to know what I'm talking about. These guidelines are great for any company considering a digital transformation, either before the solution's been selected or after. As I mentioned, I've been working on ERP projects for more than 20 years, and admittedly, for the first 12 or so, I use these techniques reactively to either manage my projects or get them back on track. I want to talk to you about using these techniques proactively from the beginning so your project is set up for success from the beginning. While this looks really simple, it's not, which is why I suspect so many implementations fail. Either corners get cut budget-wise, or consultants on the project can't articulate why these steps are so critical to the long-term health of the project. It's a mistake not to do these 5 steps up front, a very costly mistake. Let's look at each of these individually. The first might seem very simple, very obvious, but it's not. It's simply know your business. Document your current state. Second is, after you've documented your current state, take a look at it. Analyze it. What's so important? Next, we want to move on to quantifying and qualifying the benefits so you understand what the priorities of your project include. Finally, you need to educate yourself before you can design any solution. Even if you're working with a vendor or partner, it's imperative that everybody on the team understands what an ERP is capable of, what integrations, interfaces, or gaps exist. And finally, plan the entire project. This is a program, not a project. If you think of this as a technology project, you're going to fail. It is a program consisting of people, process, data, and technology, all of which we'll look at. The first step to a successful implementation is really understanding all the intricacies of how your business runs today. This is commonly known as the current state. It's critical to ensure the project team understands all the ways business is transacted today. It doesn't matter if your company is comprised of 10 people or 10,000 people, or if your revenues are 1 million or 10 billion. This scalable deliverable must be done to ensure an adequate and successful ERP implementation. When you have functional representatives from each area in a room and you document your processes, I guarantee you will have some aha moments. Some of the benefits of using process mapping are it enables everyone to see all the processes in the same way. It also acts as a training and educational tool. Not everyone on your project is going to join your project team upon its inception. Some may roll on later, and this ensures everybody's operating from a standard set of assumptions. Process mapping also focuses your stakeholders on the fact that this is not a technology project. ERP implementations are a marriage of people, process, data, and technology. It also builds common understanding around cross-functional teams. People can see how either workarounds or lack of following a procedure has both upstream and downstream implications for other functional areas. And finally, it improves compliance with or provides really important documentation for quality and regulatory compliance, such as SOX, ITAR, ISO 9000 series, and more. The end result is an inventory of all your processes, allowing your project team to speak a common language and have a common understanding of the problems before you move forward. Knowing the business isn't enough. You have to know where the business roadblocks exist in your processes. To do that, you're going to have to include pain points, manual entries, duplicate entries, tools, and other things like what are the key inputs and outputs of a process? How is the information being tracked? What are the decision points? Who makes the decisions? Are they removed from the process? What are the roadblocks and why do they exist? And finally, what tools and equipment are being used? Once you've got all those things answered, you're now in a position to adequately analyze your processes so you know what you want to fix and how you want to prioritize requirements moving forward. The first step to a successful ERP implementation is to know the business. That means everybody on the project team needs a common understanding of how you operate today and all the ways you transact business currently. A lot of the pushback I receive is, but we're already doing it. Why do we need to document it? Again, I hope I answered some of those questions. There are a lot of benefits of using process maps and many different ways to do them. Because people have limited understanding of an organization's processes and usually visualize them differently, a process map can build understanding and often create those aha moments to drive momentum. From a hastily sketched top-down diagram on a flip chart to a complex, detailed computer-drawn deployment chart, visual representations of how we do things help create a common understanding of where we are, and sometimes how we got here. You can't set a new course or a new plan or a new route if you don't know where you are currently and how you got there. If you have any questions about what a completed process mapping should look like or tips on getting started, shout out amtconsultinggroup.com, or you can find us on LinkedIn.